The annual Nallur festival is what we are celebrating today on Kaleidoscope with me, Savithri Rodrigo. The festival is held in August at one of Jaffna's most significant Hindu temples, the enthralling Nallur Kandaswamy temple. But the original temple, actually built by Prince Sempaha Perumal in the 14th century, was destroyed. The temple behind me, constructed in 1734, honors Lord Murugan and his two consorts, the goddess Valli and the goddess Devani. Keep us on your radar, subscribe and follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram and LinkedIn.
Did you know you can open a digital fixed deposit with just 5,000 rupees? Open a CDB iDeposit digital fixed deposit today. CDB, your friend.
Here's a quick look at the week that was on CDB Snapshot. Sri Lanka's brain drain, labour migration, will hit an all-time high of 333,000 this year. The number of Sri Lankans working overseas will surpass 1.5 million at the end of this year. 8 Sri Lankan banks hired a leading Singaporean law firm to protect the interests of their international sovereign bond holders. The Department of Census and Statistics says 41% of Sri Lankan households spend more than 75% on food. Sri Lankans are cutting down on medicine and education to pay for food. Electricity rates in Sri Lanka have been hiked by an average of 75%. The Swiss embassy in Colombo converts the embassy's front lawn into a vegetable patch. The produce will be distributed among the poor. Emirates Flight Catering opens the world's largest vertical farm in Dubai. It is 330,000 square feet and will save 250 million litres of water and grow over 1 million kilograms of organic produce.
Making all your new goals in life a reality is why our strength is your strength. With 12 billion rupees worth of customer benefits in 2020 and a life insurance fund worth over 100 billion rupees, our strength is your strength. You focus on your goals. We will take care of the risks. Ceylon Life.
Welcome to Ceylon Life News Capsule. Tea prices have been moving up recently, but the Colombo tea auctions have been seeing significantly low quantities. In fact, on the 30th of July sale, it was only 5.2 million kilograms compared to the average of 6.5 million kilograms. Similarly, tea exports too have declined in terms of volume year on year. To get a grip on what's going on in the tea industry, I caught up with the president of the Ceylon Tea Traders Association, Jayantha Karunaratne. Jayantha, why is there a decline in volumes both at the tea auctions as well as in exports?
Quantity has come down, the production has come down, and also the teas offered for auction has come down. That is mainly because of this ban on chemical fertilizer that was done in May last year. So that has really affected the crop. This year, our crop is about 18% lower than the last year.
Has the Russian and Ukraine war put a dampener on our exports?
Ukraine has basically stopped buying from us, but Russia has more demand for tea. Actually, they are short of tea and they want to buy more tea. But only the problem is, the logistics of supplying tea to Russia. And also the sanctions on Russia is putting some kind of pressure on us.
There is still very little emphasis on value addition. Less than half of our exports actually get any value addition. What's the problem?
Sri Lanka have been trying hard to increase, but this is a very difficult time for us. We are under pressure to do the value addition in Sri Lanka because cost has gone up a lot, and also the packing materials required, the freight costs, all expenses have gone up a lot. Certain buyers and supermarkets, they want more finances. So our cost of borrowings also has gone up a lot. This year is going to be very tough for value-added business in Sri Lanka.
The Colombo stock market had a good run this week with the ASPI hitting the 8,500 point level and turnover a 6-month high. At close of market on Wednesday, the all-share price index was up by 5% with the average daily turnover increasing to 4.2 billion rupees. Fears of a recession in the US and rising US stockpiles pegged WTI oil at the $90 per barrel level this week. Gold prices held firm and moved up towards the $1,800 per ounce level due to a weaker US dollar and expectations of high inflation. 6 female Sri Lankan entrepreneurs showcased their startups to accelerate her, Sri Lanka's first bespoke accelerator program for female founders aimed at developing women entrepreneurs within the country. In 3 months, 17 strategic and retail partnerships worth over 20 million rupees were finalized. Product lines doubled, volumes increased by 100% and sales doubled, as well as 90% expanded their teams. I had a brief chat with project lead Ruanara Tilakaratna to find out more. Ruanara, what really is Accelerator?
Accelerator is a result of a remarkable partnership between Hedge and the US Department of State, where we share a joint passion in amplifying female voices, accelerating their success, and creating a deep culture where women are leading, shaping, and creating the future. What's Accelerator? It's a program for female entrepreneurs that provides them with basic business and entrepreneurship skills and knowledge, market access, capacity building, and mentorship opportunities to accelerate their business.
So what's next for Accelerator?
We're excited to launch boot camps, a 3-day workshop across 7 locations during the months of August, September, and October. So, if you are a female entrepreneur with a startup idea and looking to fine-tune your business model, sign up now at accelerateher.asia.
Ever wondered what mayonnaise ice cream would taste like? The ice cream parlour in London turns British larder classics into ice creams. Heinz baked beans, mayo, ketchup, soy sauce, and even Quaker oats. Speed reading is truly the best. Join speed reading with Sanjeev wherever you are in the world, and we can gift you a program too. You'll be reading in double quick time. Today is World Youth Day. Diversity and inclusivity is a key ingredient among our youth, including among persons with disabilities. In developing countries, 80 to 90% of persons with disabilities of working age are unemployed. In industrialized countries, it's between 50 to 70%. Prejudice, stigmas, myths continue to limit the understanding and acceptance of disability in workplaces around the world. Skills for Inclusive Growth was first conceived to focus on economic opportunities for the poor and continues to focus on women, on marginalized communities and persons with disabilities. With us today is Regional Program Specialist Lavanya Christy Chandrakant and Communications, Advocacy and Government Liaison Tanya Gunawardana to chat about a most interesting concept, integrating persons with disabilities into the world of work, specifically into the tourism industry. Welcome Lavanya, welcome Tanya. Firstly, let me just get a macro view of what it is like for people with disabilities in the world of work. What's the landscape like for them?
So when we see the opportunity for person with disabilities, less than 1% of person with disabilities are employed now. So regarding the challenges, we can say that the access to communication and the information is the very big barriers, challenges for them. And also the travel and transport are not accessible for them. The big challenge is the skills. They are not getting the opportunity to build their skills in all the way in several skills. And also the big challenge is attitude of others toward person with disabilities. So, and also the system provide the employment for person with disabilities. In the government, there is a policy, 3% of person with disability need to be included in the government sector, but in the private sector, it's not the case. You know, it's depend on the personal interest and the attitude and their willingness. They are providing the opportunity for them.
So how challenging is it to integrate them into the workplace?
Each person is different. No? They have very unique skills and abilities. Actually, it's not a challenge to integrate them. It's depend on each person's attitude and the flexible. So through providing a reasonable adjustment and support and flexibility, we can give the opportunity for the person with disability. So it's depend on the employers and us to giving the opportunity for person with disabilities.
Of all the industries in Sri Lanka, why did Skills for Inclusive Growth actually select tourism as an industry to integrate persons with disabilities into it?
So if we dial back the hand of time to 2016, that is when the program started. And at that time, tourism was a vibrant contributor to the regional and the national economies. It is now that tourism is going through a tumultuous time. Our commitment to tourism in terms of the end of program outcomes remain the same. So enabling environment, the enterprises doing well, people increasing their incomes are our focus. However, this program can be customized to any industry that believes in empowerment, regional development and inclusion.
So what skills would be most suited for persons with disabilities in the tourism industry?
We cannot say that these skills will suit for the person with disability. So there are different type of person with disabilities. In our experience, we worked with speaking and hearing impaired person, physical disabilities, visually impaired person. So we enter intellectual disabled person. We work different type of disabilities, and we have provide different type of skills. That mean pool lifeguard, chef training, cookery, beautician. We provided some adjustment and flexible support to perform the task. So I can say that all the person can involve in all type of skills, but we need to make sure to provide them the proper adjustment and the flexibility.
So Tanya, what changes would you like to see in industry so more persons with disabilities can contribute more?
Sure. So one of our focus areas are the youth, and we are very quick to say that the future belongs to the youth. But it is also a notion that policymakers, government, private sector training providers, we too need to take part in creating that equitable world where the youth can come forward and be skilled. So primarily awareness and advocating models that facilitate inclusion for persons with disabilities is important. It must be said that Sri Lanka does have a robust policy and a regulatory infrastructure to incorporate persons with disabilities into workforce. However, awareness and implementation of it may be lacking. Therefore, believing in it, advocating for it, normalizing it, celebrating it, including it is what we need to make sure that persons with disabilities are incorporated into work life.
So from a practical perspective, creating awareness and ensuring that that awareness is taken to create an equitable society for persons with disabilities to integrate and help you, help me and help themselves.
Absolutely.
Yes. Thank you for joining us today. While her relentless pursuit of achieving her dreams led her to become a successful entrepreneur, her combined skills in sewing and her love for helping others made her a pillar of strength to other women in society. Today on Life in 60, we feature Jasmine Musa, an entrepreneur from Badulla.
A few years back, I was inspired to make my own brand called Baby Jersey for newborn baby and brand Jersey women's undergarment. My future vision is create more entrepreneurs to me like develop this sector. Apart from my business work, for 12 years I am the president of Women's Welfare Association for Badulla. Recently I was appointed secretary for the Young Women's Association's Badulla district. I am confident I will make my vision come true with the experience and opportunities in my hand.
We'll be back next Friday, but until then, here's our Kaleidoscope takeaway. A candle loses nothing by lighting another candle.